My name is Maureen Lewis and I'm a retired teacher. Welcome to my channel, Malu Stories, where I tell you about my life, my experiences inside and outside the classroom. Now, today I'd like to tell you about my learning to be a teacher. About 20 years after, in fact, exactly 20 years after I started teaching, I learned that I was not a real teacher. Yes, I'm as shocked as you are. But the Ministry of Education decided to reclassify the teachers. Not reclassify the teachers, reclassify the pay structure for teachers. So that's when we discovered, I didn't even know about this before, that there were about 4 categories of teachers. You know, you have the untrained teacher who can just leave high school and go and teach. Although it is allowed, the ministry frowns on it and discourages it. Then you have trained teachers who go to teachers college. And you have what you called graduate teachers. What we used to think, for example, like me, I thought I was a graduate teacher. I discovered that I was an untrained graduate, because I had gone to university, but I had not got any teacher training. And of course, top now you have the trained graduates, which would be people who went to university and then did a diploma in education afterwards, or went to teachers college and then to university. So, having discovered that I was not a real teacher, I decided to become one. So I got a year's paid leave and I applied to MICO and I got in. I found 3 other people like me there. They were all young men. Of course, because like attract like, so we clowned together. And we discovered that the students didn't want to talk to us. So we didn't want to talk to them either anyway, so it didn't matter. But as we went on, we discovered they thought we were what you call PC. Because one day somebody called me a PC. And I said, watch your mouth, Because I only know two things like that. Personal computer, and one, if it's that one, I thump in your mouth. So they said, no, it's post certificate. I said, I beg your pardon. So it looked as if at one stage, teachers could get diplomas. That would be a 3-year course, but there is also a 2-year course, and then the 3rd year you did it in the classroom, and then you got a certificate. So the first one you got a diploma, the second one you got a certificate. So if you wanted to upgrade now, you could go back and then get your diploma. Anyway, I didn't say anything to them, but one day we were in class and the teacher brought it up and said, these people, they went to university and now they are coming to get the teacher training. And then all of a sudden we have friends coming out of the woodwork. Everybody talk, because we're no longer PC, We're not the bottom of the bottom. We had reached the top of the top. So, we became celebrities. Yes, and everybody want to ask us questions and want help and that sort of thing. One of the things we discovered, because we had already done what you call content, the subject area to teach, we didn't have to do that. What we did was call the professional courses that teachers learn to do, like how to write exam questions or test questions, what's a good multiple choice question, how do you measure the student performance, all that sort of thing. How do you get your students to behave in a certain way. What I learned along the way is that I had learned all of that on the job. So this was sort of revision, but I didn't know the names for the things that they were talking about, which I learned while I was there. One of my first problems when I went there was the uniform. Because we were not the regular students, we didn't have to wear the uniform, but there were so many restrictions on dress. You can't wear this type of shoes, you can't wear pants, and every morning I have to get up and look through my things to see what I could find to wear. So the lady that was in charge of us said we could wear the uniform. I refused to wear the uniform because why would they want us to wear the uniform? And I kept complaining until she said, all right, wear anything you want. And so when I realized I didn't have to wear the uniform, I said, you know what happened? The easiest thing is to get some uniforms. So I got some uniforms made, and it was so easy. I knew what to wear every day, And the uniforms are different styles, so you could have a variety. Although I prefer the skirt and blouse and the vest. Another thing was that because you had classes with the different year students, you found that when you're in class with the 2nd year and 3rd year students, when the teacher spoke about things, everybody perk up and talking about it, and I felt very dense. And I said, how would I know these things? And then, as I was exploring my textbooks in the evening, I discovered that the second year and the third year were building on first year courses. The second year built on the first year, and the third year built on the second year, and that was why they seemed so much. So I decided to go home and study because I was doing first year, second year, and third year classes in one semester, and another group in the second semester, first year, second year, and third year. Anyway, I loved my first year class because of course they were the youngest, and they didn't do it, they knew less than we knew about the thing. But the teacher, we didn't see her very often. So we decided that because I was the eldest one there, so I decided that, look here, we can't afford to fail the course. So I decided to become a teacher of that class. And so I gave everybody work to do, and then they'd come back and present in the class. And the teacher came and caught us one day, and she just sat down and she loved it, and she wanted us to continue that way. And I remember the first exam that we got, everybody in that group got A. And they decided that, no man, we must have cheated. So they decided to retest us. So we say, bring it on, and they did together. First, everybody got A because I didn't know the extent to which I was supposed to teach. So I did what they call over teaching. So when the exam paper came up, they found it a breeze. And as I said, I had to research for second and third year. But and then I had the holidays, so I used that to catch up with the second and third year thing. So when I came back, man, I was ready for them. So the same teachers I spoke about, I remember one day, I'll never forget it. I was passing a classroom. I said, Maureen, come here. And I said, yes, miss. And she said, stay with this class for me a few minutes. So I went into the room. Of course, I have on the micro uniform just like them. The only thing, I was older than them, and they looked at me and I looked at them, and they looked at me and I looked at them, and I looked at my watch. Not sure I didn't have on a watch. And I noticed that the time was going and the teacher wasn't coming back. And I couldn't just sit down there, and they were teaching, the class was the sociology of education. So I said, hey. And when I look at what to be done, so I said, this is not what I teach my sixth form class. And child, I went down into some teaching that day, see, and I didn't make fun to teach the class. And I as I taught, just like I did with my sixth form class, I taught them how to answer questions. And although the question was set a certain way, they could turn it the way they want if they want to show off the knowledge, because it gave you that scope. And we had a lovely class, man. Couple years after that, I was walking on the road, and some girls stopped me and say, Miss. So I said, yes. And they say, you don't remember me, but remember that day when you came into our class at Michael and taught us? They said, well, miss, we'll follow what you say. And we did very well in the exams. So anywhere I go, I'm a teacher. So what started out as what I thought was a disaster became a very enjoyable experience for me. And I got through, and I did very well. I got the highest grade. I don't mean the highest grade of everybody, but I got the top grade. So I was very happy about that as well. Maybe it's later on I'll tell you more stories about my life at Michael, but I think I've gone on long enough this time. Again, I'd like to thank you for your support so far. And if you want to continue to support, there's a link below. You can go to that link. And especially if you want to see more videos like these, but please remember to like, subscribe, and share. Thanks again. Bye.